One of the big threads of the weekend, Josh Kerr, 61:51 half marathon, which was, what did he run last year? 63 or 64 minutes in the same race. Everybody was going crazy over this.
63:44. So to me, this is a great sign for Josh Kerr because he's almost 2 minutes faster than he ran the same race last year. And yes, no one can talk about this result without saying it's 714 feet downhill. Yeah, we know that. It's a half marathon in December by a 1500 guy. No one's really saying like, oh, it should have been congrats to this. It should have been this. Like, compared to what he did last year, he ran 63:44 and won the world championship gold medal. I'd say running 61:51, the same event, the same time of year. This was the San Diego Holiday Half, by the way, where Josh Kerr ran this half marathon. But one of the other things, Robert, that got me to thinking, and I know it got you thinking this as well, because I saw you posting on the message boards. But like, all right, if Josh Kerr can run 61:51 at this race, which is very downhill, what could Jakob Ingebrigtsen run at this event?
I think on the thread I said he could run 55:59. Sounds crazy, but here's my logic. Ryan Hall ran 59:43. Come on, Jakob's better than that. So let's give him 59 flat. Old shoes. Give him another minute for the shoes. We're now at 58 flat. This course is like 700 feet downhill. That's like 2 minutes. So we're at 56 flat. And then we give him an extra second just for history. 55:59. I do think he could run like 56 something on this. Like, do we think, like, based on these VO2 max, I mean, there's threads on Let's Run from like 5 years ago, 6 years ago, before he was a big star. Like, they did some threshold testing, anaerobic threshold testing. It was off the charts. And people were saying like, he could easily break an hour in the half marathon. So if that's his best event, based on these testing, like, I think he's clearly a 58-minute guy. Subtract 2 minutes, that's 56. 55 would be like ridiculous, but it would be fun to like raise $1 million and say we'll give it to whoever can run 55:59 at the San Diego, at the Holiday. What's it called? The Holiday San Diego Half?
San Diego Holiday Half. I mean, yeah, I think I looked at what those guys did in Valencia. Yomi Kajalcha running 57:41, Gebra running 57:41, Barriga 57:50. I have to think that the 5,000 meter world champion is capable of running like around that same sort of time. So he's probably 57 high, 58 low guy. And then big downhill, I mean, 55 minutes for a half marathon, just seems kind of absurd. But if he's in his peak shape and he goes to this race at the big downhill, yeah, maybe 56 minutes could be possible.
Come on, it's a bit much. Ideal fitness, I mean, off season in December, fine. But if we had the world championships of the half marathon and Jakob was in it, Let's Run posters are saying this is like a minute and a half. There's a couple uphills. It's not just straight downhill. It's not a perfect shot downhill. I'm just not going to go with the trolling 55 minutes. But I'm mistaken run like a 56 high. That's crazy. The crazy thing for me is like we all praised Josh Kerr when he did this last year. I think mainly this race shows what a transformation he's made as a runner, right? Last year he ran 63 something. Is that correct?
Yeah, 63:44.
And we were people were amazed by that at the time. Right, Josh Kerr, wow. This year he's a minute and a half faster. And I'm not as shocked. He's a different type of runner. He's taken off some weight. I think over, a half marathon, a few extra pounds are going to be harder for a 1,500 guy. But I think this shows what Danny's doing with him. He's getting stronger. So kudos to him. I think the bigger question to me is, Letesenbet Gidey versus Josh Kerr half marathon straight up. Who wins?
I feel fairly strongly on this. It's Josh Kerr. I'm sorry. He's just going to sail on her and he won't get dropped. But I was thinking about this because Letesenbet Gidey ran 62:52 in Valencia in 2021. That's a very fast course, but it's flat. This one's downhill. If you say downhill's worth a minute or so, that will put it around where she's at right now. But I I refuse to see a world where Letesenbet Gidey drops Josh Kerr in a half marathon. I just don't think that would happen.
And that's just because of your inherent sexism baked in your body, right, John? You're just for confirmation.
I just don't see him getting dropped. I think he's too strong. Like, he can run 7:33 for 3,000 meters. Letesenbet Gidey couldn't touch there in her wildest dreams. I just don't think she's. I know she's really strong, but I don't think she's strong enough to drop him in a half marathon.
Wow, without thinking about it, I was thinking she would definitely win because she had 2 minutes to his time. But yeah, John, he ain't losing to her, is he? I would pay to watch it. God, I'd watch that.